A search warrant describes more of the evidence collected at Botham Jean's apartment the day after he was shot and killed by an off-duty Dallas police officer. Hello, I'm Heather Hayes.
I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Among the items listed in the document are cartridge casings, a backpack with police equipment, and marijuana.
But now Botham Jean's family wants to know why police seem to be treating him as if he were the culprit instead of the victim.
Stop. Hold the press. Man, that sounds so familiar. Check it out.
All right, you guys ready? All right. My name is Avery Moore. I'm the Assistant Chief to the Dallas Police Department. I'm over the Criminal Investigation Unit. So first, let me thank you for coming out on such short notice. I appreciate it. City of Dallas appreciates it, as well as the Dallas Police Department. As you know, Joshuabrown was shot and killed October the 4th of 2019. He was shot and killed at 4606 Cedar Springs in Dallas, Texas, which is why we gathered here today.
Come on, man. Get to the point. I think this is it right here. Wait for it.
And in that, we executed a search warrant at Mr. Brown's apartment where we confiscated 12 pounds of marijuana, 143 grams of THC cartridges, and $4,000 in cash.
Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy, man. I was just sitting back looking at that. That first clip in the beginning was from 2018, and I'm just going to go ahead and just play a little bit more of the clips from 2018, and then we're just going to work our way into it. All right, check it out.
This case, I think the thing that outraged people the most about the treatment of this young man after he was killed was the idea that his apartment was searched and the release of information of drugs being found in the apartment. Is that the normal course of business? And what is the family's comment on that?
It's not the normal course of business if you're investigating a non-police officer. If you're investigating a normal suspect and you believe they committed a crime as serious as murder, then the warrant you execute will produce evidence probative of that crime. The fact that the detectives sought a warrant, and that's very important, it's not just what they found in the home or alleged to found in the home. They sought a warrant looking for evidence of drug paraphernalia or other criminal activity. That's what they went to a judge and asked for. And that evidence would not be probative of the crime that they were investigating at all. They could only serve one purpose, which would be to smear the image of Botham Jean.
And I think let's clear up a couple of other things. I want to bring in Delrish Moss. And Delrish, thank you for being here. The police chief of Ferguson, Missouri, a longtime police officer, who worked in Miami, in the Miami area for a long time. So I know that you know of what you speak, sir. And so walk me through this. Is it normal after a police officer shoots someone, in general, not commenting on your particular police department specifically, but in general, is it normal for police to search the home of the decedent, of the deceased person, to look for drugs?
Well, I think in this case, the reason for the search of the decedent's home is because that's where the actual shooting took place. One of the things you're going to do is go in and look for fruit of whatever you think might have led up to the shooting. This is a homicide investigation. And so on a homicide investigation, you will search the place where the actual shooting took place.
Is it normal to share the results of that search with the media?
Well, typically what happens is that you file an information with the clerk's office basically saying these are the things that we found. And a lot of journalists, I know, especially with the Miami Herald, they typically go to the clerk's office and they get that, which is public record. Now, actually going out and sharing it is not something that we normally do, but having it available where it's public record is the normal course of business.
And it does seem that Ms. Geiger, Delrish, has told a lot of different stories about, what happened that night. How quickly after a shooting are police officers typically required to file an actual official statement of what happened?
Well, one of the things that happens is this becomes a criminal investigation. And so just like the ordinary citizen, the police officer has the rights afforded by Miranda. So in some cases, if a police officer shoots and someone dies, they can't be forced to give a statement, because if they're forced to give that statement, then it's not admissible in court.
Elicited a lot of reaction.
And Joe, if I can briefly add.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry.
No, please.
Joe, if I can briefly, I want to push back on this idea of normalizing the behavior. It is not normal to search the home of the decedent, as has been indicated. especially given the facts of this case, she didn't say she was going in investigating a crime. So if she was performing a police function and going in to investigate a crime, then you search for evidence of that the crime took place. She said she believed that she was in her own apartment in both versions of her story. And so to ask for a warrant to look for evidence of a crime is clearly designed to attack the character of the decedent. It's not normal. It's not okay.